Alright, hello world. This is the UAV I built for my master's thesis, and I am making this video because, well, I'm having some issues and I'm hoping someone can help me out. It's a UAV, hopefully, that has 3 engines, one here, one back there, and one back here. They're all ducted. They are brushless motors. If you have questions, go ahead and ask me about those. What I'm trying to do is I'm using Arduino Mega2560 here to run those 3 motors. Inside you'll see, I think hopefully you can see it from this angle, there is a 9-cell LiPo battery that's powering these things, and they do run, so I don't think it's a power issue. What I think is the problem is my signal issue. I think I have a signal issue because they're running when I tell them not to run, and they're running somewhat uncontrollably. Alright. So here we have excuse me. Here we have the program itself. I'll post this up online as soon as I can. Right now you'll notice a lot of my code is actually been commented out. I'm just trying to debug this thing as best as I can. What I have is it's basically going to arm the engines and move the yaw vanes down here at the bottom of the engines here and here. It does move the yaw vanes as expected, but it also runs the motors, which it's not supposed to do. Here is my arming procedure and the engines. Basically, I connect the engines at the arm engine, and I set the throttle to 0 for 2 seconds, and which should arm it. This is the what I'm using to actually interface. I'm using map and write microseconds. Alright, anyway, so I'll just go ahead and let this run so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so waiting. And it's true. Now it is supposed to kind of check in with my 9DOF, so it should take a few seconds here to just kind of warm up. And you'll notice, here we go, the yaw vane is moving. -20, 0, 20, 0. Right, that's right, I forgot, I only have this first one moving, and that one is moving, but you'll notice the engine is actually bearing thrust from 0 to a little bit, and then a little higher, and it's going on and off. It's also doing the same here on the second engine. I don't know if you can see it in this light, but it's on, now, off, and on, and on, and off, and that's what I'm trying to figure out. Why is it doing that? Am I doing something wrong here? I don't think I've mentioned this. I just had the thing go ahead and shut down now. I'm just using a blink mod as an off switch, but the third engine back here was doing that as well. Alright, hopefully you guys can help me find issue with this. Here is the tangle that is my circuits. I have, starting from here, the small 2-cell LiPo, which I'm using because I don't think the Omega is enough power to power both yaw vanes here and down here, as well as the 3 ESCs. The ESCs are here, here, and then there's another one further down here. Sorry about the shakiness, I'm not much of a cameraman, I do apologize for that. But yeah, in addition to the 9-cell down here, there's a 2-cell up here that's using to provide extra power. It goes through the UBEC, and the UBEC comes here, and then the Mega is actually connected here. I'm gonna go ahead and start detaching this since I'm pretty much done for the day, and I'll just kind of explain the wiring as I go. Here's the UBEC that I'm disconnecting here. One second, there we are. Right. Here we have the 3 ESCs, E1, E2, and then a E3 from the bottom. You can't really see that well from there. And then you have the Y1 and Y2 for the yaw vanes. Alright, so let's start with the yaw bane, shall we? Here's the first yaw bane, the positive and negative, which is connected to the UBEX section, and then the signal is coming from the analog 9. I'm thinking about switching these over to digital. I haven't quite figured out how to do that yet. Any advice, any comments would be appreciated on that. Here's Y2, again positive, negative, and then the signal for this one is analog 8. Sorry about the shadows and such, not the best lit conditions, I do realize. Alright, the next ones are the engines. This is the lines for the third engine all the way in the back. Positive, negative, and then the line circuit signal, that's the word I'm looking for. It's at A3. Oh man, sorry, I've been working all day and my voice is still a little wonky here. Ow, poked myself. Okay, so here's the connection to the Mega itself. Here's E2, negative, positive, and signal is analog 2. Here's the first one, negative, positive, analog 1, and those were actually the ones, I'm sorry, the engines were connected to the 2-cell LiPo, and then the yaw banes were connected to this, which is the Mega2560 itself. Right, and that's pretty much what I have as far as the control setup goes. That's the Mega2560. It's just Velcro tape on some piece of, I think this is bass. Anyway, it's just kind of powered on that way. Down here we have the 9-cell that I kept mentioning that you couldn't really see from down there. Alright, so and I do have, you'll notice, yes, I am powering 3 motors with 1 battery. I have a wire harness setup that allows me to do so. Positive, negative. If I can do this one-handed, I can't. Let me try this one sec. Right, so the battery is now disconnected. You'll notice that the wires also come over here. I'm using 5.5 Castle Creations bullet connectors here. They do a really good job with those things. Anyway, disconnecting that, disconnecting this, and basically we have a wire harness. I'm going to remove the battery here. The battery itself is a 9-cell Jiffy battery, compact 3300. We're running the motors at pretty low power, so it shouldn't be that big of an issue. But it does, you'll notice it was running all 3 engines for quite a bit of time, mostly because we're just testing the setup and we're not running at a high speeds. Or yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I do have the wire harness set up here. Sorry if my voice is kind of dying on me. So that I have these shrink wrapped, and it's just a Y. The negative is the same as this positive. The positive shows up better because it's bright red, so I'm just using this one. We have here the lead where it goes into battery, and then you have 1, 2, and 3 connections. Those 2 down here are the ones that goes to the ESC's first 1 and 2. I usually just leave these connected because I don't need to disconnect them. They're just fine on their own. But anyway, what I'm trying to figure out is, again, why are my engines running when they're not supposed to? Would it help if I switched from the analogs on the Mega2560 to the digital or the PWM stuff? I'm sort of new at this, which, yeah, if I'm doing something wrong, if you got any advice, comments, please say it out there. Please give it out. Alright, that should be enough for tonight. I'm gonna post this, and then I'm gonna get ready for my other stuff that I gotta get done tonight. Thank you for watching this. Have a good day. Good night.